Voting is an important responsibility we have as citizens. Voting in person is the most common, whether you do it on election day or during the early voting period. But it's important to know about the option to vote by mail also. We're here to help you understand that process a little better. McLean County has two election authorities. The Bloomington Election Commission processes voting for anyone living in Bloomington city limits. The McLean County Clerk's Office processes voting for all other towns, villages, and townships within McLean County. If you live in Bloomington, you'll need to contact the Bloomington Election Commission at bloomingtonelectionsil.gov. Let's start with the basics. Any McLean County citizen who's a registered voter can vote by mail. McLean County citizens who are not registered to vote and are currently serving in the U.S. Armed Forces, the Merchant Marines, or are federal employees serving outside the U.S. can register to vote and vote by mail at the same time. If you fall into one of those categories, your spouse and dependents living with you are eligible to register and vote at the same time too. How do you vote by mail? Step 1 is applying. It's pretty simple though. Visit mcleancountyil.gov/vote-by-mail for more information and forms to apply. If you live in McLean County, you can submit your vote-by-mail application 90 days before the election, but you have to submit it at least 5 days before the election. If you're outside the U.S., you have to submit your application at least 30 days before the election to receive a complete ballot. Any application received less than 30 days before the election will only have federal races on the ballot. When your application to vote by mail is received by the county clerk's office, we'll let you know that we got it. In step 2 of the application process, the county clerk's office will carefully review your application. If everything checks out okay, the office will mail a ballot and a return envelope, along with instructions, to the address you indicate on your application. Once you've completed your ballot, it's time to turn it in. Be sure to tear the stub with the QR code off of your ballot. When you mail it, be sure the return envelope is sealed, signed, and dated. That's section 2 of this image. If someone assists you with your ballot, be sure to also complete section 3. If someone is dropping your ballot off for you, be sure to complete section 1. Your return envelope with your completed ballot has to be postmarked by Election Day and received no more than 14 days after the election. You can track your ballot's progress through the U.S. Postal Service to our office by visiting vbmtracking.com and entering your ballot ID, or by using a smartphone to scan the QR code on your ballot stub. When we receive your ballot, we'll review it. County Clerk office staff inspect the return envelope and accept or reject it. There are a few reasons a ballot can be rejected, including the signature of the voter on the ballot envelope and the signature on file do not match. The ballot envelope is opened or has been opened and resealed. If you've already cast a ballot, or if you voted in person on Election Day. If your ballot is rejected, the county clerk's office will inform you and you'll have a chance to appeal its rejection up to 14 days after the election. If your ballot is accepted, it'll be processed within 2 days. If you have questions about the vote by mail process or any other election related question, contact the McLean County Clerk's Office at the URL on the screen.